You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. As Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. All right, y'all. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving, and a lot of you who live in large households are cooking today in preparation for tomorrow's Thanksgiving celebration. But let's also be clear, a lot of y'all are not going home because of COVID, which means a bunch of y'all asses who don't know how to cook are stuck out. Now, we know following Reese, her family, they have these Zooms where they always comparing food so she can cook. Erica, can you cook?
I can, and I choose not to.
In fairness, my husband does the cooking, so I can't even take credit.
Okay, well, at least you, okay, so, all right, so Reese don't cook. Erica can't cook.
Oh, I can cook. I choose not to. I mean, that is not something that is top of
Erica, you can cook.
It's a lot of labor. Absolutely. I have a 21-year-old son.
That don't mean you can cook.
Yes, it does.
She just told you she
Georgia,
could cook.
it does. And I said,
that don't mean you. There's a whole bunch of folk with kids who can't cook. Scott, I ain't got to ask your ass. We know you don't cook.
Brother, I can burn it up. I choose not to.
Scott, you lying.
My wife, Erica, is an outstanding cook. Now step up.
Yeah, right. Erica cooks. All right, so some of y'all need some help. Let's talk with Chef Jernard Wells. He has some perfectly portioned, holiday-inspired recipes that could help. He joins us right now. All right, Chef, I got so-called cooks here. I don't believe not now one of them. Not now one. Erica going to have to post some videos or something for her to get me to believe she cooked. Talking about I can cook, but I choose not to. Yeah, all right. So, Chef, what you got for people who are struggling tomorrow? They won't be home. They can't rely on their mama, their daddy, the grandmama, their aunts. What you got?
You know, that's one of the biggest things that's going on right now during this pandemic is people are looking for convenient ways. And whether or not if you're savvy or not in the kitchen, there's still hope for you. One of the things is I always like to tell people who are not experienced in cooking but got to provide that Thanksgiving meal this year, doctor up your instant ingredients. Like, take, for instance, mashed potatoes. Me personally, I love dicing mashed potatoes and make them from scratch. But if you don't want to go that way, grab you a box of instant mashed potatoes. Instead of boiling them in water, boil them in chicken stock. After they're done, add you some sour cream, add you some fresh garlic. If you don't want to chop the garlic up, you can already get garlic already minced up in jars, which works very well. And add your little garlic powder to it. You have some amazing instant from scratch mashed potatoes cooked in a flash. Another thing, you don't want a food with a turkey because you're used to whomever else is doing it. Most people are familiar with dealing with chicken. So instead of cooking chicken, grab you some Cornish hens. Cornish hens are very small, bite-sized, taste just like a chicken, cook just like a chicken. Rub you some rosemary, sage, a little olive oil. You can even put a little brown sugar on it. 350 degrees where you need that oven at. Pop it in the oven. 1 hour, you got an amazing Cornish hen, just like eating a turkey for a fraction of the price. And if you don't have a big family, hey, that'll do the trick.
Erica, are you taking notes?
I don't need to, but thank you so much. I mean, I would love
Leave her alone.
I would love
I
to
believe she can cook.
That would be fantastic, but I choose not to. But blessings, Chef.
See,
blessings, Chef.
Cooking, though, cooking is one of those things where it's a Zen moment. A lot of people shun away because we're used to seeing our mothers, our great-grandparents go in the kitchen for hours, and we're waiting until 7 or 8 o'clock at night to eat Thanksgiving dinner, and we shunned away from the kitchen. Cooking doesn't have to be like that. Cooking is one of those Zen moments. Take some meals that you really love. Just spend some time, put some good music on, whether it's Luther Vandross.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
See, right here. The video I'm sure right here. This was last year at my house with me and my dad. We were prepping the gumbo. We were getting all of our stuff ready. We had the music going. We were jamming. Now, again, my family, they're gonna be in Texas. I cook cook gumbo, damn it. Been cooking gumbo for years, and so that's what we gonna do. That's my rockhead cousin Chloe. So that's what we gonna do. So you ain't gonna hear me say I can cook, but I choose not to, like Erica.
Amen.
And then like Reese, I cook. My wife ain't gotta come in the kitchen. I don't need you in here. Go on, take a seat. Take a seat. I got this.
Now, see, guys, I know Roland can throw down. I'm still waiting to get that barbecue spaghetti recipe up off of.
Barbecue spaghetti.
I call it. See,
I've never heard of that.
Erica, y'all don't know about that Texas spaghetti. See, y'all don't know.
Spaghetti.
Y'all don't know. Scott, you can't even cook, so you can't be a part of this conversation.
But I've tasted your mama's cooking before, and your mama can burn too.
I know my mama can burn. I know that.
But she can burn.
How the hell your ass telling me my mama can cook? I know. Chef Jernard, Chef Jernard, they ain't ready for that Texas spaghetti. They ain't ready for that.
That's what it is. That's what it is. I know I've been thinking about it, and I've been hearing about the recipe a lot, and I think it's authentic, actually, from Texas. That's why I want you to prepare this dish for me.
Doc, I came up
you about it every time I see you.
I came up with that, like most meals, that meal was born out of being broke as hell in college.
Wow.
That's how I created, because it was like I had some noodles, and I ain't had no tomato sauce. I ain't had no hamburger meat. All I had was some barbecue sauce.
And you'll be amazed to think about it. Barbecue sauce comes from what? From tomatoes, so it balances out very well. But this is another thing I want to touch bases on. I've been hearing a lot of people ask me about this over the Thanksgiving holiday. Stuffing versus dressing. I want to make it clear to everybody. Stuffing is not dressing. Cornbread dressing is one of those authentic things. You get in the kitchen and you bake you some nice, good buttermilk cornbread. Get you some cream of mushroom, cream of chicken stock, and you blend it together with your celery, your bell peppers, and onions, and bake that good dressing. Stuffing is that stuff that you cook on top of the stove, and if you making it on top of the stove, you're doing it all wrong.
Amen.
All right now.
Amen, Chef.
All right.
So I just want I knew I had this out here, and so I just wanted to pull this up. Let me advance it right here. Henry, you can go to my iPad. I'm gonna pull it up here. I'm trying to get to it. We were sitting here with my family. I was trying. So we actually made that Texas spaghetti. I live streamed it. So you see that big old bad boy right there, because we had. We fired it. So if y'all want to see actually how I make what I call Texas spaghetti, just go to YouTube and type in Roland Texas spaghetti. It will come up. And I live streamed the whole deal, how I had them in the kitchen prepping, cutting up green onions, bell pepper, celery, putting all that stock in, all that's there. So y'all can see it right there, how we had it all broken down.
How big is that pot?
It's a big-ass pot.
It looked like a burger from the Flintstones.
Fool, I got 9 nieces, 3 nephews, 1 brother, 3 sisters, spouses, and a mom and daddy. You better have enough damn food for 20 people.
Yeah.
It's a cauldron. He had a cauldron.
See right there. See right there. See, Chef Jernard, that's who you know when folk don't cook. When they go, what size pot is that?
Exactly. Hey, this is the thing. Look, just like myself, Roland comes from a house of caterers and chefs, so that cooking was second nature for him, and that's what I understand. That's how I grew up. My parents were. My father was a chef. My mother was a pastry chef. So those are the things around. Because to my knowledge, I think your brother owns a catering company.
My grandmother had a catering business. We took it over, and my brother now runs the catering business in Houston, Le Mans Catering. So absolutely. So that's. But look, man, tomorrow I'm gonna have it rough tomorrow because again, my nieces went back to Texas. It's just me and my wife. I gotta make a gumbo with a 5-quart ass pot. Do you understand? I can't recall the last time I made gumbo with a 5-quart pot. Erica, Scott, and Reese. Y'all have no idea what the hell I'm talking about right now.
Oh my God.
But it's a 5-quart pot is a little bitty ass pot. Okay, I have at the house. I've got a 16-quart pot. I've got a 20-quart pot. I've got 2 40-quarts. Those are normally in use at this time of the year. So it's going to be a little different than making that little bitty ass pot of gumbo tomorrow.
I know it. But you know, Roland, it's all in the roux. That's the key. Regardless of what size the pot is, once you hook that roux up, you can't go wrong.
You're right. Chef Jernard, man, we appreciate it. Tell folks how can they follow you and reach you?
Everybody, please follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, the whole nine, at Chef Jernard, ChefJernard, and check out my website, hautcuisine.store, HAUTECUISNE. And every Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, check out my show, New Soul Kitchen on CLEO TV, because I'm giving you everything that you're missing and more.
All right, then. And I got somebody on YouTube called Rajan Yamaka, says tofu and collard greens. If you bring your ass in my house with some tofu and collard greens, I hope your ass catch COVID. Right there. If you bring some tofu and collard greens in the house, don't you even come. I remember I was doing a Real Men Cook thing. Y'all, I got to go. Will Downer coming up next. We had the Real Men Cook celebration, and I had my Texas spaghetti, and there was a brother next to me. He had some tofu. Let's just say I went home with an empty pot. His ass went home with a whole bunch of tofu. Just letting y'all know. Chef Jernard, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, guys, as always.
It's time to be smart. When we control our institutions, we win. This is the most important news show on television of any racial background. Y'all put $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 on this and keep this going. What you've done, Roland, since this crisis came out in full bloom. Anybody watching this, tell your friends. Go back and look at the last 2 weeks, especially of Roland Martin Unfiltered. I mean, hell, go back and look at the last 2 days. You've had sitting United States senators today, Klobuchar and Harris. Whatever you have that you can bring to Roland Martin Unfiltered to support it, please do, because this information may literally save your life.
Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.